आज तक में आपका स्वागत है। मैं फिलहाल बैठा हूँ अमित राय जी सर के साथ, जिन्होंने ओ माय गॉड 2 फिल्म बनाई है। फिल्म तो विवादों में है काफ़ी टाइम से और विवादों में थी, लेकिन उन विवादों से भी ऊपर है इस फिल्म को जो प्यार मिल रहा है, इस फिल्म को जो दर्शकों का प्यार मिल रहा है, फैमिलीज़ का प्यार मिल रहा है। आइए जानते हैं अमित जी से कि उनके मन और उनके दिल में फिल्म को लेके क्या विचार है। उनको सेंसर सर्टिफिकेट को लेके उनको क्या कहना है। फिल्म को जो बेशुमार प्यार मिल रहा है, अक्षय को जो प्यार मिल रहा है, जिस तरह से लोग कह रहे हैं कि अक्षय कुमार को हमने इस लुक में कभी नहीं देखा, इस अवतार में कभी नहीं देखा, तो फिल्म को जितना प्यार मिल रहा है उसके पीछे राज क्या है, ये जानने के लिए चलिए आइए बात करते हैं। I want to speak to you a bit about, do you feel that there is a sense of validation for all the times that people shut the door on you in the past, for all the no's that you heard, for all the times that people said नहीं यार possible ही नहीं है ये फिल्म बनाना, do you feel that the audience has slammed the door on their faces today?
On the onset, let's congratulate first the audience and let's say that slogan once again, that long live cinema, the way the weekend has performed. I won't say the validation and I won't say about the struggles also, but it was somewhere in my mind while celebrating the success that you have come a long way, and after going through such trial and tribulation, once you achieve something, everything goes in what you can say, it gets vaporized, because the success gives you the what you can say, that feeling of fulfillment. For me, and for this for that matter, the film is concerned, I thought that let's try this. And being a teacher at one point of time in my life, I thought that ये कहानी अगर कह दी जाए, and if it hit the right chord, we will be able to serve the country and the families, most of particularly in teenagers. But I don't know, somehow when I started approaching and people started listening to the story, I don't know what was the factor which didn't allow them to come on board or to look at the way which I was looking at. The very first person which I came across, the producers, Ashwin Varve and Rajesh Bell and Vipul Desha, and then Akshay sir came on board, and after listening to the story, he told me that, hey, why we are not doing this film? What's the problem in this film? I find it very entertaining, and I never thought it in that way.
Yes.
He told me that it's very entertaining and it's very educative, and I started analyzing him, because being a superstar and a commercial star,
yes,
how he's going to take that story. But I thought that somewhere, being a father, he also wanted to have something in his hand which he can be proud of.
Right.
So I think what instigated me or what inspired him, I can't frame it in words.
Correct.
But there was something which was very common between us.
Right.
We were thinking on the same line. We thought that let's make a film which we will be proud of and which will serve a nation, or socially it will be our responsibility. Yes. This was the same the term which I use most of the time, that take this film as a CSR.
Correct.
That this is your responsibility, invest some money into it, and it will give you a fruit which you will cherish from a long time.
Right.
So he was the only one बोला हाँ डालेंगे पैसा. और if I was बहुत जल्दी satisfied हो गया, sir, can I have I want to shoot a sequence on a road. Where? In the middle of the road. You can shoot. I need a car. Which one? Jaguar. So आप चाह रहे हैं car and somebody is giving you Jaguar.
Wow.
So then you always dream of to have some producer who's going to back your film.
Correct.
And back your vision. These were the people, those who. And later I thought that कि यार शायद इनमें उनमें देखने का फर्क था, इसलिए उन्होंने वो देख लिया जो बाकी लोग नहीं देखते.
Correct.
So hence the story.
Yes, and they saw what others couldn't see, and now the audience is seeing all of that. They are sort of living with that. Talk to me a bit about. I've watched the film. Okay, in your head as a director, which sequence? Because I know every dialogue in this film is so important. When you're sitting on the edit table, a lot of stuff has to be off. You have to keep. And you are so attached to it, right? Technically, director-wise, which was the one scene that you thought was the most challenging in terms of what it's on paper and how do I execute it? And one was the one scene that you think was impromptu, where Akshay perhaps did an improvisation or added his own little bit charm to it, because he is known to do that.
Yeah. The
challenging one.
the challenge with respect to Akshay was the scene when he started dancing. So it was not choreographed. It was choreographed by the actor himself.
Okay.
There was no choreography. That's why you don't find any credit, and nobody can take that credit away from the actor. When it was 10 kilo of white rice grain powder,
right,
which he was immersed in.
Wow.
So he did that. He did that 3 retakes. First was I think there was some technical glitch. The rest of 2 takes were because of the Jimmy Japan the movement. And the third one was the right take, but we used the second take.
Correct.
But every time he used to get into that, he used to remove his Ray-Bans, remove that his mask, he used to lie down and then everything. That was a very challenging sequence, and we were running out of the time. We shot it in Y with the whole chroma setup. The challenging sequence, which I find it now not so difficult, it was while writing it, the moment he start explaining the body parts, when he's we decided that let's make it little bit genuine and very respectable, because she's the only lady in the whole courtroom. Yeah. So, and then the Me Too was going on that point of time. So he came up with an idea. What if we just add a line? So, मैं आपकी तारीफ करूँगा. So then the hands are dialogue. अगर आपको बुरा लगे तो then it's all started flowing. So while doing that scene in the real on the set, even though on the set there was no any manager was a female, I think Yami's manager. Everybody was thrown out of the set. Right. She was the only girl on the set, and now he was explaining it, and most of the people knew what he's talking about. In cinema, we don't have any references for the neck and the body parts, but most of the people, those who were there, they knew what we are talking because they had the mobile in their hands. Okay. They started searching it. That Stal Damru Madhya kya hai? Nitamb kya hai? And I was very scared that she's again now. She's the actress aapki wahan baithe. So I was very scared. But while on editing, I thought it's going to create humor. The very important scene which I was always very confident of that it's going to hit the chord was when he bows down and he said, कांति जी आपने इन्हें प्रणाम क्यों किया? महाराज, मैं एक माँ, मैं एक गुरु को प्रणाम कर गया था, जो अपने बच्चे की शिक्षा दीक्षा के लिए सब कुछ ताक पे रखने को तैयार है. तो कमाल की बात है, स्कूल में. So that was the dialogue which I knew that is going to hit the chord, and one which actor improvised, Pankaj Tripathi improvised. I wanted to say it like that. क्या देखना चाहते हैं उसका रेप? And Pankaj improvised it. It came to me as a surprise that he scolded the whole country in one word. कि वाको रेप हो और 72% लोगों ने वाको नाम सर्च किया. And he took a pause. क्या देखने वास्ते? वाको रेप? That वाको रेप, suddenly it came to me, and in every take, whenever he used to say this line, I used to get the goosebumps. अरे यार क्या बोला है यार? And which I never got when I used to speak that. And while editing also, I always used to skip that sequence. I never wanted to get away with that feeling. And I saw it in the theater when people were clapping on that scene. Yes. So I knew that this actor, I am very grateful to the producer and very fortunate that I had these 4 actors, Akshay Kumar, Pankaj Tripathi, Yami Gautam, Pawan Malhotra, this flag bearer. I knew that if they will do their work, I will be easily sailed down from this.
You know, you made such a valid point, and it's we are celebrating the film, but it's also such an unfortunate timing that the actors in the film, the kids, can't watch the film. That leads me to this question, and I've spoken about censorship. The film has had its share of, censor board has had a certain stand. The fact that the audience has accepted the film and given it so much love. I'm sure you have a different set of emotion, not perhaps as calm as I am when it comes to expressing it. But there is this conversation on social media now of telling the censor board that, see, the audience is watching it now. Adults are watching it now. Consenting adults are watching it. Can we have the version of the film like it's supposed to be? Do you want to reconsider that?
Yeah, I've already started talking to them through email, SMSs and WhatsApp messages. And as far as expressing my grief or my angst, and now I'm taking it in very lighter mode, on a very humorous mode. Whenever somebody talk to me about this, I just send an SMS to Prasoon sir that sir ye padh lijiye.
Is Prasoon replying to your messages?
No, he's not replying. I don't know whether he's going to reply it or not. I would be rather more happy if he replied in a way that he is going to revoke that certificate. Of course, I felt disheartened, and I would not say angry, but I am sad because the whole purpose of making this film, they have defeated the purpose. The kid himself who has acted in the film, on which the film is based on, he is not able to see the film, and he himself has signed some petition. Somebody is supporting them. But now I don't understand that if somebody commits some mistake or something which is not a grave mistake, there is a chance or there is a scope of revisiting the same space and get it corrected.
Right.
And nobody is going to scold you. Everybody goes along. It's very human. I once, while leaving my kid, I used to get every day late at my kid's school. I used to leave him at almost 10 minutes, 15 minutes late. Once, it's my responsibility. I have not done it properly. So once I just shut down the car door and this finger of his, the middle finger is got stuck between the door and this. So I thought that he very guilty. I told him, he was very small. I told him it's my fault. It's my fault. I did this. मैं किसी को बोलने के लिए नहीं गया. It's your fault. You accept it and get over with it.
Right.
It's going to benefit the film, the board, and now people are taking you as a joker.
Yeah.
Everybody is writing it to you. Everybody is scolding you. Everybody is laughing at you. Somebody is screaming. Somebody is abusing. Somebody is laughing. किसी ने उसका ह्यूमर बना लिया है, कोई उसको बोला उसको समझाओ, किसी ने बोला कैंसर, सॉरी सेंसर. They are using now you have made a laughter of yourself, because earlier it was a very, what you can say, mutual attempt to correct that mistake at that point of time, and nobody was it was not personal. It was that we wanted to have a US certificate so that the film should reach to the wider audience. That was the purpose of the film. That got defeated. We took the A certificate. That was amicably, we came to a solution. But still, film, we tried to retain the essence of the film.
Correct.
लेकिन जो real film थी, आप जब आप देखोगे तो आपको लगा यार ये film तो अच्छी थी. आप देखो the changes which the सबसे बड़ा नुकसान जो हुआ है ना, they made it to an actor. Actor who performed like a god. Everything he invested into it, right from look, right from getting his physique done. Vocabulary, diction, he almost worked it for 6 months. We shot it in the last. He told me, "आप सब shoot कर लो, मेरे साथ last में shoot करो."
Wow.
And then after, now everybody's in awe. Yeah, he looks like Shankar.
Yes.
No, it's not a one-day job. He came on a set, he wore the costume and he became Shankar. It was very, very sattvic abhinay and everything internalized. The acting process and everything. This was time. I don't know what other directors or other makers had worked with him. I had a very good experience with him, very fantastic experience. He devoted the time, energy, money, everything to me, and hence the result. The improvisation, the dialogues, the entertaining values, the pinching of salt, everything on the whole. He almost worked like a producer, come actor, the maker. That he actually film बना रहे हो. Just the enthusiasm, like small kids.
Yes.
The kid-like enthusiasm that he used to narrate the story along with me to every actor. Sir, ये कहानी बहुत अच्छी है, कहानी बहुत अच्छी.
Correct.
And I thought that आपने तो 300 फिल्म की है सर, लेकिन आपके लिए वो 300 की भी पहली फिल्म मुझे लग रहा है फर्स्ट फिल्म.
Correct.
न्यू कमर के लिए होती है.
Yes.
And the result audience ने नहीं दिया. The verdict is out. So I don't need the validation from anybody. जनता जनार्दन थी, they have given their validation. But still I have said this to everybody. Now again I request on from your medium that there is still a chance we can still correct it so that families can go and watch the film.
और एक सीन मूवी में जो है जिसने सबको सरप्राइज कर दिया था जब अक्षय गदर का गाना गाते हैं, एंड दैट आई थॉट वाज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल वे ऑफ शोइंग कलेक्टिव यूनिटी at a time when films are being pitched apart. I thought as a team, you guys, or even yesterday what Akshay put out, that thank you message जहाँ पे गदर का ही गाना है, वो बहुत ही खूबसूरत था. मतलब वो आइडिया कहाँ से?
Now if you revisit the timeline, it was, if we have censored the film, so it must have gone a month back. So you can easily dissect the No, we had a very clear and very pure intention. No evil thought about anything, no bad or ill feeling for anybody. we thought that let's celebrate cinema. We will integrate their song in our film and we'll say thank you and congratulate them. There was what you can say, a preconceived notion about the film that this film is going to do well because it has already created history in past.
Correct.
It was just it was going to recreate it again. We thought of it. We had a little what you can say
inkling
about it that it's going to happen. So we thought that why we are going to call it as a versus film, that oh my god versus Gadar 2 versus Animal or versus Jio. Let's keep a song. Our music company we had that song. We thought that let's use that song and let integrate that song plugin, and then when film will come out, and this we thought of this that is going to happen. Akshay sir told us that is going to happen, and what we'll do, we thought of earlier that let's in the beginning we make a promo. Let's meet on 11. No, let's celebrate the success with it, and we'll do it after a week, and we'll congratulate them. And he predicted that ये अच्छा करेगी फिल्म तो ये आ जाएगा. And last time it was trending. Oh my
yes.
God, and he came after, I think he was shooting somewhere, and he came at 2:30, and he came at 7 o'clock to dubbing studio at Sunny Super Sound. We recorded it at Sunny Super Sound. The Sunny Super Sound guy, the one who
Correct.
lives there. तो मुझे गाना गदर टू का बोला, हाँ हम गदर टू का promotion.
ये कभी हुआ नहीं है. This is the first time in history.
So this shows our intention.
Yes.
People, thank God that people are taking it very right way.
मेरा आखिरी सवाल आपसे ये है कि जो जैसे आप बाहर जा रहे हो, जैसे बच्चे आपको मिलने आ रहे हैं, पेरेंट्स आपको मिलने आ रहे हैं, जैसे अभी हमारे कैमरामैन भी आपसे बात करके यही बोल रहे थे, उनके लिए आपको क्या बोलना है कि जो आपको आके बोल रहे हैं कि सर हमने तो फिल्म देखी लेकिन हमारे बच्चे नहीं देख पाए जिनके लिए बनाया है, तो आखिरी मैसेज क्या आपका यही होगा कि अभी भी होप है कि आपके पास अभी भी कोई?
Because I feel very sad for the family, the one who called me up from Kurla, that they watched the film up till interval, and the next scene when they come to their house and these people are eating kachori in the scene, and somebody came and kicked them out. The two girls, they were almost on the verge of trying to आपको देखनी है film, we don't find anything bad in this, why you are throwing us out? तो सर मैडम हमारा लाइसेंस कैंसिल हो जाए, please come out. So I thought that कि ये तो एक example है. There is one example very daring in which Sanjay Kapoor did. He told that मैं अपने बच्चे को लेके आप निकाल के दिखाओ मेरे को, and he saw the whole film. So now the problem is that कि इतना कुछ शोर हो रहा है, अगर आपके घर के बाहर बारिश हो रही है, पानी बरस रहा है, still this is summer vacation. So what can I say? अगर आपको दिख रहा है, प्लीज सर, प्रसून जी अगर आपको दिख रहा है, मैं फिर से एक बार कह रहा हूँ आपसे हाथ जोड़कर, सर आप इसे यूए कर दो ताकि परिवार देख सके. ये फिल्म के लिए भी भला होगा, और एक प्रोग्रेसिव माइंडसेट होने के साथ मैं जानता हूँ आप भी फिल्म मेकर ही हैं सर, तो ये आप नहीं करेंगे तो कौन करेगा?
That is a very very valid